Coming up at noon, it's Mr. Shay's Pet Shop on PBS.
I heard somebody come in. Welcome to the pet shop. What kind of a pet are you looking for today? Can I interest you in a box turtle? They're really great pets. No? Well, how about a ham? No, not a hamster? We're having a big sale on tropical fish this week, and you get a free aquarium if you... no, I don't think any of these are right for you. Let me think. I've got an idea. How about this one? Her name's Lucy, and she's just 6 weeks old. You know, I think she likes you. You'll take her? Wonderful. Okay, let's figure out your total now. Let's see, that's for Lucy. And collar. And for her leash. All right. And all of her shots. And her introductory pet food, of course. And it looks like it comes up to about this. That's right, no charge, but you have to make me a promise. 2 things. First, you always have to love her, and second, you have to take her for a walk every single day. Okay, welcome back to the art room for one of my all-time favorite projects. It's kind of funny, we art teachers down through the years end up with some really favorite ones, and this certainly is one of those for me. When we did this in kindergarten, I could hardly wait to get in the art room and show them this because it was just such an instant hit and a fun thing for them to do, and within their success range certainly and their abilities. So I'll take you through this quick. It's really pretty easy. One thing that I always had lots of, it seemed that everybody in the art room wanted to donate mini blinds to me. So I had so many of these old mini blinds laying around, and what I would do is wash them off in the sink and get them all nice and clean. This would be the leash that our puppy would start off with, so I would give everybody one of these, and this is I guess about 30 inches long or so, average like mini blind. The neat thing about it is it's bendable, and it's not stiff enough to hurt anybody or anything, but once you bend it, it does come back. So it kind of resembles a leash that maybe a dog would be on. So what I would do then is give the kids a little story about the puppy first, like our video opened up with. But then I'd give them the option too of making another animal if they wanted. Like, if they were a cat person, they could make a little cat like that on the end of their leash. Or I even did like a sleepy turtle guy. We could take our turtle for a walk right out of the pet shop. So I had to have these pre-cut because for the most part in kindergarten we only had 20 minutes, believe it or not, a 20-minute art period, or maybe even if we were lucky, we had a 30-minute art period, but it was right around that time. But what I did then was I had a 25 or whatever my class size was. I had all these pieces of paper prepared, and I'd stack about 4 or 5 of them up in my hands like this, and I got so good at it after a while, after doing this all this time, I just cut this shape out that was, it kind of reminded me a little bit of, and the kids sometimes too, of like a gingerbread boy kind of a shape, gingerbread man, cookie cutter thing, okay, like that. And I made just a whole stack of these, and they could pick their favorite color. Sometimes I made them custom. If the person said, "Oh, I want to make a pig, Mr. Shay," then I just go grab a piece of pink and do it that way. So these were pre-made, as we said. So I'd cut a slice at the back like that, and this would be the part later on after we were done drawing it, that would turn the puppy or whatever animal we were making into that three-dimensional shape. And then I'd also do a slice up here next to, this would be like where the leash is going to go into when we're all done. And from then, it was just a matter of doing a drawing with them, and it was kind of cool. I always had some kids that wanted to just go off on their own and draw their own, but I had an easel as an art teacher. It was 4 feet tall by 3 feet wide on a big easel stand, and that was my platform. That was where I did all of my drawing. So the kids in my art class were always used to me drawing with them or for them first as an example. So I'd take crayons usually. Sometimes we had markers for outlining, but as I've said in prior videos, markers are hard to keep track of when you're an elementary art teacher. But we just took them through this drawing, and I'll take you through what we did. And we made it kind of easy and simple. And I'll just go into fast motion and do mine here. I did them lots of different ways, and I gave the kids as much time as I could to add their own individual touches too. I always wanted to do that, have them add their own little details and things. If we had time, we'd make a tail, and I usually had some scraps left over from all of the bits and pieces that I cut out, so I think I just gave them a little stack of tails. Anybody that wanted a tail could come up and get a tail, a longer tail, or if you're doing a cat, you can make certainly like a little bit longer tail on your cat. Where'd that cat get to? There he is. So yeah, we'd have a tail on our cat, or even curl up the tail a little bit by wrapping it around a marker or pencil. And then once we had our animals all ready to go, if I was lucky that day and I had an attendant in the room, if we had a special needs person or something in that class, then I'd have them help me. If you're just a kid at home with your mom right now, you've got it made. You've got all the time in the world to do yours. So the first thing I did was go around and crisscross these 2 flaps right here and do everybody's around the room, all 20 of them or whatever I had in the art room that day. I'd do that, and I'd have them bend out these little feet here, and then I'd say, well, okay, I'll be back in a minute to put your leash on, so you've still got some time if you want to get in here without smushing your puppy or whatever animal you're making. Oh yeah, and I also had to ask them, if they had a tail. I'd do that all in one snap there, line that whole thing up and put their little tail on the back. And then I'd wait until we had about 10 minutes left in the art room time for them. That wasn't much, it was pretty quick and fast moving though. So I'd come around and within the last few minutes of the class then slide this leash in here. And when you do the leash part, have it on an angle, angle it back. Can you see that? Yeah, angle the leash back like that, so that when they're walking around with their puppy, they can let's see if I can get that. They have a nice angle so that the puppy is out in front of them while they're walking around. I think one year I did it with, we put actually little food dishes around the room on the floor. And after they were, after the first batch of the kids were done, I said, you can make a little puppy noise if you want to, as long as you're not too loud with it. And make sure you go visit all the other puppies that are around the room. They're going to want to meet you and sniff you and everything. And go visit one of the, the puppy dishes with the fake food in it. And it was just a wonderful project, and I really do miss being in the art room doing that one. So, okay, well, that's going to just about do it for today's art lesson. Thanks for following along. And don't forget what we always say, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you've got something to be proud of. You're an artist, so stick with it, and we'll see you back here next time in Mr. Shay's Art Room.